Grab that bag of coffee from your pantry and look at the back. It likely has a date stamped on it, something like Best by 2026. It implies you have plenty of time, but if you brew that coffee 2 years from now, you aren't getting a fresh cup. We have been conditioned to treat coffee like canned soup or dry pasta, a manufactured good designed to sit on a shelf indefinitely. But coffee is the seed of a fruit. It's a fresh agricultural product that decays much like a loaf of bread or a ripe avocado. To understand why coffee goes stale, we have to look at the invisible chemistry happening inside the bean. There are 3 main actors at play: carbon dioxide, aromatic compounds, and oxygen. During roasting, carbon dioxide builds up inside the cellular structure of the bean. Over the next few weeks, those gas molecules force their way out. This active degassing is what creates the thick crema on a shot of espresso, or the bubbling bloom in a pour-over. Alongside that gas, the bean holds on to highly delicate aromatic compounds. These volatile molecules provide the specific flavor notes we actually want to taste: notes of chocolate, bright citrus, or rich caramel. But the moment oxygen breaches the bean, it begins degrading the oils and neutralizing those aromatics on contact. What we call staleness is simply the end result of this oxidation. Brewing a great cup of coffee is a race against chemical degradation, and the starting gun fires the exact second those beans leave the roaster. This chart plots flavor intensity over time. Notice, flavor doesn't peak on day 1. Beans need time to release excess carbon dioxide. The peak window sits between 1 and 3 weeks, followed by a sharp, irreversible drop-off. Now, consider the commercial grocery store supply chain. Beans are roasted, packaged, shipped to warehouses, and left sitting on shelves for months. Before you even put them in your cart, they have already lost up to 80% of their aromatic compounds. If you buy your coffee pre-ground, you are accelerating that decay to an extreme degree. By shattering a whole bean into tiny particles, the grinder exponentially increases the surface area exposed to oxygen. Within just 15 minutes of grinding, the coffee loses up to 80 directly to viewer. Buying a bag of pre-ground supermarket coffee guarantees you are starting your morning with a chemically dead product. It defeats the purpose of the brew entirely. You don't need a lab test to diagnose dead beans. Stale coffee looks either completely dried out or excessively slick because the oils have fully migrated to the surface and oxidized. If you smell it, you won't get a punchy fragrance. You will get a faint, dusty paper scent. You can also use the bloom test. When hot water hits fresh coffee grounds, they actively bubble and rapidly expand. If your grounds just sit there and get wet, the carbon dioxide is gone and the coffee is stale. A cheap bag of beans roasted 3 days ago will chemically and flavorfully outperform a highly expensive, luxury bag of beans roasted 6 months ago, every single time. Recognizing these physical diagnostic signs shifts the power away from deceptive commercial marketing. You learn to trust your own senses over a printed expiration date. To slow down this decay, you need a strict preservation protocol. Keep your whole beans in an airtight, opaque container. Your goal is to aggressively block oxygen, light, and heat. Do not store your daily coffee in the refrigerator. Fridges are humid, and coffee beans absorb ambient moisture and food odors like a sponge. Freezing only works for long-term storage if the beans are vacuum sealed and you never subject them to repeated thawing. If you want total control over the timeline, you can buy green coffee. These are the raw, unroasted seeds of the coffee plant. Stored properly, unroasted beans can last up to a full year, letting home roasters dictate exactly when the chemical clock starts ticking. For the rest of us, the golden rules are simple. Prioritize the roast date and ignore the expiration date. Buy whole beans from transparent, local sources, so they spend as little time in transit as possible. Investing in a quality burr grinder offers a greater leap in flavor than any $1,000 espresso machine. The chemical integrity of your cup depends on grinding those beans the exact second the water is ready to hit them. Managing the timeline and the grind allows you to bypass the commercial illusion of freshness. You move beyond drinking dead beans to experience the vibrant, complex character of the original roast.